Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're actually going to be working on the Mustang. I'm going to show you guys how to take out the front and the rear seats to any 05 to 09 Mustangs. So before we actually just get started outside, I did just want to briefly mention that there's going to be more Firebird DIY videos in the future. Right now we do have an adapter on the way that's going to fix the speedometer problem with the Firebird. Plus, if you saw the review, you did see that I mentioned that we do have like electronical gauges for the car, which should hopefully look good and perform good. But I did also want to mention that the reason why I'm taking out all the seats in my car today is because the two rails, I'm going to show you guys in a bit, but the two rails are starting to get rusted. So I just wanted to take them out, sand them, and then I'm probably going to spray paint them black or something, just so they look good. But I did just want to give you guys a reason why you might want to do this with your car. I mean, taking the seats out, it's not super time consuming. It's pretty easy for most cars, and it just gives you a lot more accessibility when you're talking about like interior cleaning. So if you wanted to shampoo the carpets on the inside, you just wanted to do like a huge interior detail on your car, this is a perfect reason to take out your seats. Things first, before we get into the seats, I really have to clean this thing. So I'm just gonna wash it real quick, and then I'm basically gonna start with the front seats and then go into the back and show you guys every single detail. All right, so now the car is actually somewhat clean. I didn't go like super crazy on the outside, but coming on the inside, you can see that it's just as dirty on the inside as it was outside. And basically this was what I was talking about before, like these rails are starting to rust. So basically what I'm gonna do while these are off camera, like after the video, I'm just going to sand these down, paint them black, and while all the seats are actually out of this car, it's going to be much easier to clean because there's so much crap that like gets underneath these seats. So I'm gonna start off with the driver's side first, because I feel like that front seat is going to be the hardest, and then I'm going to go to this one, and then once the front seats are out, we're going to have a lot more room to work with in the back. All right, so before I actually start taking apart the driver's seat, I actually just tested this on the passenger front seat. So the two bolts, specifically in the 05 to 09 Mustangs, the two bolts in the front of the front seats are actually 13 millimeter bolts. So I'm gonna take that apart on the driver's side now, and then there's actually this little plastic covering like the back part of the rails that like hold this in, or whatever you call this. So I'm actually just gonna basically just do those front bolts on the driver's seat, and then I don't know if this just pops out, this plastic piece, but I'll show you guys in a bit. All right, so right now I got those two bolts out, and as you can see, it's completely undone on the front. And something funny is, yeah, this is gonna be disgusting because I already found what I guess used to be a gummy bear. So right now I'm basically just moving this up, and we're gonna work on this back side, and I'm pretty sure this plastic piece just pops out. I'm gonna have to kind of screw around with it and figure out how like it actually comes out, because I don't really want to break it, considering that it's just plastic. So these plastic covers that actually go in the back, they're not that big of a deal. I basically, to just take them out, you just slide them horizontally off. Now I'm not gonna put them back on and show you guys, because they are kind of like clipped in there once they go on, but I don't suggest you pull them up, because you're going to break them if you do that, especially considering that they're just plastic. So now I'm just going to be working on these bolts. You're going to need a deep socket, 16 millimeter, to get these bolts out, and after I'm done with this, the entire assembly should just come right out of the car. Now, one thing you got to be careful with is when disconnecting these electronical connections, this gray one and this yellow one right here. Now, this basically is just the motor for the electric seats because they're not manual seats. I'm pretty sure it's nothing that has to do with the safety or the airbag system. If you know, let me know in the comments down below so other people know as well, because I'm not entirely sure. But either way, you just want to be very careful with it, and you don't want to break any of these internal electronical connections here. Alright, so now we actually have the front seats out of the car. Now, my car is clean compared to most vehicles out there. That being said, even just taking out these front seats, we found this cup that has had to be underneath my passenger seat for over a year now, and it's basically like growing this disgusting fungus on the bottom of it. So I'm gonna be throwing this out. I don't think dish soap can get rid of fungus. I also found like bottle caps, a crap ton of change, some popcorn, it looks like, sunflower seeds, and also this like really old movie ticket or carnival ticket, something like that. I don't know. And whatever this is, I don't know what this is. It looks like two very tiny, dried out, rotten McDonald's French fries. So yeah, it's kind of disgusting. Alright, so the first step in taking these rear seats out, at least in an 05 to 09 Mustang, is pulling on this little latch here. There's one there and there's one on this side. And that basically just puts the seat down, then the trunk's back there. And basically there's a bolt here, a bolt in the middle, and then there's going to be another bolt on that side. So now I'm basically just going to show you guys the sizes and take apart these rear seats. Alright, so I know you guys can't really see them right now, but for the 05 to 09 Mustang, these bolts are actually kind of like hiding underneath the bottom part of the seats. Now, by the way, they're also 13 millimeters. I'm using a wrench because it's just easier to kind of slip in there. Now, I'm going to just start with this middle part, with this middle one. I'm going to do that side, and then I'm going to basically do that side, and they should just come all right out. So one thing that I actually forgot to mention that, well, this is the actual middle piece assembly. So once I undid this, I was basically able to pull that out, and these two sides actually hold in both of the top parts of both sides of the seats. So I was able to actually just kind of free the seats up, and now as you can see, like basically all I got to do is that side, and they're just going to come right out. All right, so now I'm currently sitting where my front passenger seat used to be. And another real quick tip before I end today's video, make sure when you're doing parts, like jobs like this, make sure you put the parts and the hardware in like little Ziploc bags so you don't lose anything. As you can see right here, I labeled it rear seats because that's all the hardware for the rear seats. And then, you know, front seats. Basically, so when I do put all this stuff back together, I know where everything is, I'm organized, and it's going to take me a lot less time than when I was taking it apart. Alright guys, so that's pretty much just going to wrap up today's video. That's how you take out all your seats in an 05 to 09 Mustang. I hope this was informative for everyone. And if you're new to my channel actually mainly focuses on all types of different vehicle reviews. I'm also going to be doing some car show vlogs soon. I'm not able to do any yet because at the time I'm making this, we're still under, you know, quarantine from this coronavirus. But I mean, once we get through this all together and once it's safe, I'm going to be going out to car shows, different events, stuff like that, and doing a lot of vlogs and, you know, doing a lot more vehicle reviews, stuff like that. So if you find that interesting, definitely be sure to subscribe. And if you know someone else who might be interested in it, be sure to, you know, share my channel as well. But yeah, and also any 05 to 09 Mustang owners who watched this video today, let me know if I was informative in the comments below. Also, let me know if I wasn't informative, because honestly, you're not going to offend me. And if anything, constructive criticism is going to help me make better videos for you guys and help my, you know, channel grow in a good way. So thank you guys for the support, and until the next one, see you later.